Under the traffic lights, we are back on our marathon week. It's like Shark Week every day. You're getting something new, whether you like it or not.
Shark Week.
I think we're about to break the internet today, though.
Yeah, it gave you your friendly neighborhood rocker today.
Exactly. This
Surprise, everybody! No conspiracy, as opposed to what Bittner believes. There's no conspiracy, and I'm not trying to put this guy out of business or off YouTube.
You'd probably be doing me a favor if you did.
So, anything I do for videos is for fun and just because I want to be a goofball. But
Right. Do you want to talk about what you do now? Go ahead, man. This is.
I mean, a lot of what I did the summer thing where I basically talked on my phone about the tournament
Yeah.
and how I felt they did, and congratulated all the champions
Sure.
because I felt that's a long time to be playing.
For sure.
And
sure.
so I figured you earned it going out there sweating as much as you're sweating,
Yeah.
like the rest of us. But you guys are just really good at it. So
Right.
you earned the money. So I figured an accolade should be acknowledged.
Sure.
So I acknowledged it.
Yeah.
And then I did when I decided that I was going to play the winter tournament. I made an announcement saying, "Hey," I said, "remember in the summer I might join you guys in the winter tournament." Well, I put a video, 34 seconds or something out that said, "Hey, I'm joining you guys," because Old Man Strength had asked me. And then I went and I played for them, and I gave a review for the winter tournament too, and I congratulated them the same way. And I thanked Bill Little for having me because he had asked. And at the time, I wasn't going to play because nobody had asked me.
Oh, okay.
Until Little said, "Do you have a team for winter tournament?" And I said, "No, nobody's asked me." He said, "Well, I have a spot if you want to play."
Oh,
And I said, "Okay, I'm in."
yeah.
So why not?
Sure. Bunch of good guys, aren't they?
And they're a great group.
Yeah.
A great group. I was happy to play for them. I scored 1 goal for them in the winter tournament, so I was happy. But I think the NDA needs to fix their site, though, because they've given me 4 goals I didn't earn.
Oh.
A little treat, a little extra treat for
When
you.
I was playing for Misfit Toys a couple years ago, I didn't score those 4 goals, and they gave them to me anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well,
Probably because
goals.
probably because they have my number as 91. Now I've switched to 85 since then, but
why is that? You switched your number.
my number's switched a couple times.
Yeah.
The 85 was because of my ex-wife.
Okay.
It was her birth year. We're since now no longer together.
Right.
So I've kind of now just taken it to be that the 8 means my birth year
Okay.
and the 5 means my birth month.
Okay. Sure.
Even though it should be flipped, but
Right.
I figured I'm not changing it again, so that's what it means.
I get you. I feel that.
I'm having too
100%.
much success wearing 85. I mean, I won that cup in 2020, which was a COVID year. And I didn't get to celebrate like everybody else does normally. You know how normally they get a day or they get
Yeah.
time with it. We only got it. We only got it at deck
Oh.
Because of COVID?
because of COVID. We only got it at deck. We didn't have like a day with it. They didn't have their end of season party like normal. You know, because we were all shut down for the most part because of the social distance and the
Yeah.
quarantine and all that.
Yeah.
So I had fun with it at deck. I just drank beer and said, "Okay, it's mine. I'm carrying it around the deck.
Sure.
I earned it, so why not?"
You did, yeah.
And it was my 3rd time in a championship game, and the first one I had won. So the
Yeah.
other 2 I came up short.
What was the first one? I'm trying to remember.
D4 Plus, I played for the Deck Wolves.
That's the one I do remember.
And I was with Dylan
Yes, Idol.
and Colton.
Yeah.
We took Devils to the limit to the last game, and they beat us. The second time I played for the D5 Hawks.
Oh, that's right.
And
Okay.
then the goalie walked off the deck with the game still pretty much in reach.
Oh, yes.
And plumbers and pipe fitters ends up smoking us because we don't have a goalie now.
Oh my gosh.
So as a result of that, I was pretty mad about that. And
Understandable.
As were a few
Yeah,
other
right,
players.
right.
So as a result of that, I said I wasn't, going to lose another game that was meaningful like that.
Yeah. Well, we were on the other side of your championship games that you won, so I feel you, man. But yeah, I could have been more happy for you because I know how hard you've worked. Have you been here since the beginning of Deck?
I've been here for 8 of the 10.
8 of the 10. Okay.
I've been here for 8 of the 10. The first 2 years that it opened here, I was not here. I was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like Bittner, I'm a
Everybody's from
Pittsburgh guy.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like a
What the
Bittner,
heck?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
We're doing a
too,
Pittsburgh week, and we're going to have everybody from Pittsburgh except the Pittsburgh moms because they scare the shit out of me, and we're not going to have them.
Well, and actually, Patty and Nick should be credited for even recruiting me to play for them up there.
Oh,
Because Nick and Pat saw something in me that I guess nobody else did when I first came here in 2012 or 2014 or whenever I showed up. Okay, it's been so long I don't even remember.
right. Oh, tell
What?
me about it.
So because I didn't know if this area had deck hockey or whatever, and I was trying to find it because I was so used to playing 5-on-5 out there, and then I had, of course, took 4 years off because I hurt my knee.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to get back at it, and I'm like, well, if I can find a place out here that has it, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I heard about Pat and Nick were doing something, and so I kind of did one of the open decks at the time out there, and
Okay.
they said they kind of saw something in my game they liked, and so he kind of recruited me to play, and I think it was 2014 because I was playing for Solar Bears.
Yes.
And Cunningham just reminded me the other day that team not only beat the Gold Diggers team that was so arrogant because they were undefeated and all that, but we almost won it that year.
Oh, okay.
And I'm
Alright.
like, I kind of forgot about that, and I kind of forgot I almost played with him.
Right. Sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So you played 5-on-5 in the past.
Yeah.
You now definitely prefer 3-on-3, or is there still
I like the 3-on-3, but
Yeah.
there's still pieces of me that want to do the 5-on-5,
Sure.
which is why if I get a chance to do Chicago, over this next stretch when they have it again, I'm going to try. But
You can have my spot. I'm never going back. Your Pittsburgh
know-
boys took me to
I know you've done it.
Pound Town.
I know
Yeah.
you've done it. And
Yeah.
I know a couple of my Anarchy guys went up last
Yep.
year, this past
Yes.
time,
Okay, I'm right. Yep.
and did it. And I remember telling them to show up everybody up in Chicago why we're Anarchy, but
Right.
I didn't get a chance to. I had a prior, more important thing at the time.
Sure. Okay.
So-
No, that's fine. Man, yeah, like you said, all the work you've put in to get that point, to get that cup. Man, I remember that Deck was game because I watched it because, like any other championship Sunday, I must not had nothing going on. I just remember at the game you just dropped, man, because you were just so
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
that you guys lost. You know, you had such a phenomenal playoff after the regular season wasn't quite hot as a team. I just felt so terrible for you, man, and I just hope he gets one soon. And you did, and it looks like you found a home really in Anarchy. Talk to me about Woody. Is he pretty much the one who's brought you in,
It was
or
Bolander, actually.
Bolander? Okay.
Johnny B was the one that found me. I was playing for Zach Campbell and those guys with the Animal team.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was Perfect Catastrophe at the time.
All right.
And I guess he was kind of scouting guys to look for another division to make.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came up to me and he said, if you want a chance at playing meaningful hockey, you should come play for Anarchy.
Great.
And so I said, let me think about it. And I made a couple phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I have a chance to either stay where I'm at or I can go play and try to win a cup. I'm glad I made the decision I made because within the first 2 years of going to Anarchy, I won the cup.
Yeah. Right.
So, because I didn't win it in 19, but I had a good season. 20 is when we won it. And then, of course, Yetis beat us got dethroned us in 21, which I was fine with because I said if there was any other team that I wanted to take it other than us, it was them.
Oh.
Because there are guys on that Yetis team I'm cool with.
Oh. Okay.
Phil, I'm cool with. Sean Bain, I know. I've actually bought some gloves from him.
Okay.
And, I don't have really any hard feelings towards that Yetis team.
You might be one of the few. I'm just kidding.
I didn't want the Peacocks to win just because they irritated me.
Oh. Okay.
They were a team that irritated me.
Oh. Okay. Were they talking back to you,
No,
or?
it kind of went back to the fact of I got upset because they were having such a good year, but so
Yeah.
were we.
Right.
Okay, and then the fact of when we played them in Buffalo
Okay.
before the season,
Mm-hmm.
and they were smoking us, and it wasn't a good. It was, and plus they had Zach Tucker, who at the year prior was playing with us, and then they took him for one season, and now he's of course went elsewhere.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it was one of those seasons where I was happy who won one,
Mm-hmm.
but now that I'm not D5 Anarchy anymore because the Anarchy's moved up,
Sure.
I still don't want them to win, but because I want to win again.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, made the best team win.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've always loved your passion for the game, man. Even, I just think you just breathe the game more so than probably anyone I know, man. Is a lot of that just due to Pat and Nick kind of taking you under their wing, or
Well,
just for the love of it from back playing in Pittsburgh, or?
I touched a hockey stick for the first time when I was 2.
Okay.
And I've always loved hockey. It's been my life. Like my dad always told me, you were basically born to be a hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true, I was.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at how I play, I get a lot of compliments about how I play.
Sure.
They say, "Oh, I love how you play the game. You play it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You play it hard, and but you play it to the point that it's not over the edge."
Sure.
I got a guy during what was the winter tournament. I guess he was from Chicago. He said, "You kind of remind me of, the old school style of hockey, where you know when to put the stick out right. You know how to do it without taking the penalty."
Mm-hmm.
And I know you and I have had our scuffles. We had one in the playoffs.
We did. Yeah.
That is just passion, and that's just
Yeah.
playoff hockey.
Right. I think even on the bench, I yelled over you, "I'm sorry."
And I remember I came up to you afterwards and I said something to you about, you know what, I got the heat of the moment. That was just that, and that was the end of it. But,
Absolutely.
and we just, that's just how we are on that deck. And
Sure.
sometimes your emotions just get the better of you. I mean, I know I'm one that maybe sometimes throws way too many forearms, but I'd rather throw the forearm than an elbow because at
Right.
least I know I can get away with a forearm every once in a while.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're playing the game hard. That's what you ask out of anybody.
They're telling me to play the ball. I got to play the ball and the guy. So
right.
you figure that's my job as not just as a defenseman, but even if I'm a forward and a board.
Sure.
So
Yeah. Right. So how'd you get the nickname the Rocket?
Patrick, because
Oh,
of
Patrick.
Patrick,
Yeah, okay.
because of my slap shot.
Okay. All right. Have you ever had it on radar, or what do you think? Do you think you probably have the hardest shot in the league?
I think that.
Bar none?
Well, here's the thing. I
Okay.
think that if I would have been in the D5 competition, I
Yeah.
probably would have smoked everybody.
Yeah, you could have doubled mine. I'm fairly certain.
Because I don't know if anybody's really noticed, and you've been on the other side of the shot.
Unfortunately.
It kind of curves,
Yes.
which is weird.
Yeah.
And I know Michael Corey, who plays for us,
Mm-hmm.
has blocked 3 of mine and has said that not only do they hurt like a son of a bitch, but he has seen them curve and come in at the goalie.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah. Right. Well, so let's get you in the All-Star game this year.
That'd be nice. I had 6 votes last year.
Okay. Okay. I don't even know how they count it. I don't even know how that works.
I had 6 people that voted for me last year.
Okay.
And I would love to play. That's one of the things I haven't done. And the only other thing I never got to do, I won't get to do now. Because Waterloo doesn't exist now.
Right.
So, and I said that in one of the last videos I did. I said the only tournament I had never done was Waterloo.
Mm-hmm.
Now I won't get to do that because Waterloo sadly is no longer with us.
Sure.
But I'm glad that they're bringing the Waterloo guys down to at least allow them to enjoy the season with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they'll bring a lot of talent for sure.
And I actually had the idea. I said something to one of my buddies. I said they should just allow Waterloo to come down here, even if it's every couple weeks, and just let them play a season here as a compensation.
Yeah.
Because their deck got taken away, and it wasn't their fault. It was just whatever happened with the leasing in the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Fuck that city.
Okay, but
The Alderman.
I'm glad that they actually are doing that, and I will probably watch some of those games because those teams, they play hard. And I
They
got to
do.
play for a Waterloo team in the summer tournament. That Goon Squad team was
Oh, that's right.
was from Waterloo.
Sure, that's right.
So
Yeah.
they asked me, I said sure. And had they had the Waterloo tournament again, Goon Squad was going to probably do it again because they said, well, in May we're thinking about it, and if you want a spot, it could be filled by you. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they gave me the A for that tournament, I was responsible for finding 95% of those guys. They were mostly all Quad City guys.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, okay.
Except for maybe like 5 of them. The other half were Quad City guys.
Oh, okay. How did that go during the trade? Like pretty smoothly? Like setting did you set the lines then for that?
Well, I let their captain do
Okay.
it. And I just went with it.
Yeah.
I've always been one go with the flow, whatever.
Yeah.
And I've done the captaincy thing before.
Right.
I hate it.
Agreed. 100%.
I hate it because there's too much responsibility.
Yes. Amen.
I would just much rather play and much rather just do whatever my role is on a team,
Right.
as opposed to, hey, you're on this line with this guy and this person at this time, and you got to make sure you keep these shifts under this much.
Right.
No, I'm not doing all that.
Sure.
And especially now with all these new high school kids coming in, they're probably going to play at least 6 minutes a shift. It's going to drive people nuts.
Yeah. Right.
Especially us older guys. I mean, especially the ones that went to D6, they're like, well, they might like it in a way because they don't have to do all the work,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also going to be like, I didn't pay all this money to sit on this bench.
Sure. Yeah. Agreed. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. No. 100%. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I really hope you deserve to be in the All-Star game just for your passion alone, your heart. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see.
I thought I was going to get it last year when I put up, I think I had 15 at break.
Oh.
And I thought, okay, maybe that was enough.
Right.
And it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm like, what more does a guy got to do? Put
don't
up
know.
15 at break, you would think that's all-star
All
worthy.
right.
What
Yeah.
are you gonna do?
Yeah. No clue. No clue, man. I don't understand a lot of things in life in general. So if we get you out there this year, I'm gonna be on this train to get you in there somehow.
I think I might do it because I'm with D6 too.
Yeah. Oh, right. Right.
So
right.
if anything, if I don't make it for 5+ and I don't
Yeah.
make it for the other one that I'm on 5, I might make it for 6 at least, because all I got to do is stand there and shoot.
I remember, maybe it's probably more than one shootout, but I remember one in particular. Guys weren't scoring. Rocket comes up. Boom.
Are you talking about the one when I played for Domino's?
Possibly my mind.
And I fired it from the center line?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was.
Well, and then Jeremy
Yeah.
Wood wanted me to kind of replicate that playing for Anarchy. He said, your name's Rocket, show them why you're Rocket.
That works.
So I just started taking it up to about the first yellow line and just started firing.
Right.
And then we would have beaten Pickles in the playoffs had I not hit the crossbar. As I took it off, I shot it, I fired the rocket shot, and it hit the crossbar and went all the way into the baseball field.
Wow. Okay. So somebody.
We lost, we got eliminated because I missed that shot. Had I made that shot, we would have won. And
Yeah.
but I mean, it's whatever. It happens.
Right.
It's over. But that shot still haunts me. But that's one that's like, ugh, I want that one back.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's Dick. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, in a nutshell, man. It's crazy. So, do you think it's gonna be over 100 when you get there, or what do you think? I mean, I'm trying to put
I'm
a
starting
number
to
on
shoot
this.
it more. There was a time where I was starting to be shy about shooting it. I would
Yeah.
shoot more wristers.
Oh, more wristers. Yeah.
But now I'm starting to get back to, okay, I don't care. I'm just going to fire it.
Right.
And
Good things.
And Anarchy's
Yeah.
been a big component of that. They've
Right.
because they've been big about, let's get Rocket out on power plays and just let him do his thing.
I was gonna say, let the other guys crash in that, get to the rocket.
And a lot of the other teams that I would play on didn't know how to use me correctly. They would go and they'd try to put me in a forward, it wouldn't work.
Sure.
Or if I would go out on D, I would do fine as a defense, but then you'd have your special teams thing, and I'm built for a special teams thing with my shot.
Sure.
So they wouldn't acknowledge that, and I would sit there for a power play or a penalty kill. I mean, and I don't play penalty kills all that often, but if I have to, I know the basic premise is okay. Get it down, don't go past center, get back.
Right.
Okay, so I know at least know my job.
Yeah.
Whereas some of these other guys are, "Oh, let's go all the way up. No, don't go all the way up because then they're gonna think, okay, now I gotta rush it.
Right.
Don't let them bring it to you, and then you just take their stick and back down again.
Exactly.
Be smart about it.
Right.
You know, and that's one thing that I think these guys like is the fact that I know how to play the game. I have the knowledge, the IQ, the smarts. I just got to apply it.
Yeah, I have none of that. That's why I'm not with Anarchy.
Well, you play for your own solid teams too,
Right.
though.
Right. Do you remember we were tears? What, Deck Monsters days back then? Cluster Pucks. We did some time together, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, for sure. I vaguely do. It's been a while.
Well, and then I had Jamie Smith asking me if I
Yeah.
remembered about the days of Deck Monsters, and I
Yeah.
said, yeah, I remember it.
Right.
You know, and I said nowadays it wouldn't be. That would not be legal. Putting me and Brendan together
Ugh.
with those shots.
Oh,
If you put me and Brendan on the same line anymore, that would just be. You might as well just hand us the cup.
yeah. Agreed. Yeah. yeah.
Jamie, when he first started, I remember he wasn't really that great of a player.
Oh, okay.
He was always having an issue shooting,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just see, tell me, got to keep working, got to keep working.
Right.
Now he's one of the best players I've seen.
Oh, for sure. You know, he's been my teammate the last couple of years with the Bandits.
Because I remember he would miss, and he'd get so frustrated, and I would just say, you got to keep your head up.
You're right.
You can't get frustrated, because if
Right.
you get frustrated, you're letting whatever's frustrating you win.
Yeah. Right.
Now he's one of the best players I play against.
Sure. Yeah.
And me and him are, we still kind of talk here and there. I see him at Storm games and at the deck, and I saw him at Open Deck the other day. In
Oh,
Iowa.
okay. Yeah. So let's go through your past here. 293 games, 123 goals, 65 assists, 188 points total, and 65 penalty minutes.
Yeah, I'm not one that really takes many penalties.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's phenomenal for as long as you've
I
played.
think I
Yeah.
only had 4 minutes that I took last year, and I think 2 of them were bench minor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Somebody had to serve the too many men or the delay a game or something, and I was there, so I said, just screw it, I'll take it.
I feel that.
I needed
Right.
it anyway. I was winded, so I said, screw it. If it gives me an extra 2 minutes to get my wind back.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. You've battled some knee injuries in the past, right? Or, does
Yeah.
it still bother you at times, or?
At times, but now that I've started going to chiropractor and
Oh.
whatnot, it's to a point where the issues I have with my body I can at least control.
Okay. So that's good news, because for a while back, like, you were contemplating just calling it quits,
I've
right?
talked about it, and then
Yeah.
I never do it, and I think it's because I'm too passionate about the game,
Yeah.
and I have too much heart to just say, screw it, I'm going to quit. I'm not a quitter, I never have been.
Right.
You know, I always have this never give up type of mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's one of them things where I don't think I'm going to end up ever quitting. You're probably going to have to drag me off that deck.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I love it, man. I'm glad you have passion for it. Enjoy it. That's great. So on tap for this year, you're on 3 teams. You were just telling me, right? Yeah.
The Deckheads D6,
Okay.
Ghost D5, and then Anarchy 5 Plus.
Okay. Yeah, I really feel like
And
you.
Anarchy got rid of the green.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
To what? Where are we going?
And there's only one team that's using the original logo now.
Oh.
They went orange, black, and white.
Hmm.
Halloween colors.
So I don't know why they decided to go Philadelphia Flyers colors. Maybe because the Corys like the Flyers. I don't
Right.
know. But
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I
different.
know that the one Anarchy team's made a Facebook. They started their player introductions and all that stuff. And
Okay.
looks like Gomez is going to be playing for one of the Anarchy teams now.
Oh, no kidding.
So
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. I really feel like you found a home in Anarchy for a long,
Well,
long
and
time.
here's the thing, and I've said this to people, with Anarchy, it feels to me like a family.
I've noticed that just scorekeeping. It seems like that way. Yeah.
Because those are guys that on the deck, if you're screwing up, they don't yell.
Right.
They'll say, just keep your head up, do this, do that. you know, and they'll work with you actually, as opposed to some of the other guys that I've played with where you know your spot, you're supposed to do this, and you know, and
Sure.
how are you supposed to work with somebody that yells and that's all you're going to do is shut down and not want to play?
Exactly. 100%
You know,
agreed.
and I got to commend Woody and I got to commend Corey Sr.
Okay.
because those two have been the biggest components to helping with not just with anarchy in general, but you know, with helping me get back to why I started playing in the first place.
Yeah.
Because I had lost some of the passion for the
Yeah, I noticed that for a while. Yeah, that's where I got a little worried, man.
You
Yeah.
know, there was a time where I was phoning it in for a while, and I just was like, well, do I really want to keep playing? And then a lot was going on personally. Too.
Sure. Yeah.
Those guys kind of revived me, and Bolander helped a little bit too with, you know, why don't you come try to win a cup and play something that meaningful. And I think a lot of it was I wasn't playing games that meant anything. While they meant something in standings,
Right.
I was thinking I'm never going to win that trophy. So what the hell am I playing for?
Right. Yeah, that's all I play for is the cup.
Now that I've won one, the hunger to win another one.
Isn't that funny how that works? You get, like, I remember my first one, and I'm like, this is awesome. Now I can quit. And then, like, 2 days later, I'm like, I want one
and
worse even more.
It's funny because I'm walking around deck with it, and Patty sees me with it. He goes, "Rocket, now you can't retire." He goes, "Now you not only do you have to defend it, but now you have to win another one."
That's right. That's
He
right.
says, "Then you can chirp Nick too."
Yeah, yeah.
He's a big component about me chirping Nick all the time. I'm like,
I'm down for that. Oh, Lord.
or Nick will come up to me, "Rocket, we got to chirp Patty today. He's in goal." I'm like, but he's normally a pretty good goalie. No, he sucks in the regular season. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah,
Or
they
I'll,
left us
I'll
all.
enter the pro shop and one of them will see me. "Rocket, are you ready?" I said, "Dude, I'm always ready." Like,
For sure.
I'm
For
Rocket.
sure. Yeah, right, yeah, yeah. If the launcher is right here, let's go. Yeah, exactly. Man, I'm glad those guys found a home for you. And those guys got great work ethic too, and they put you in the right position. And yeah, I'm really glad to see you found a home there, man. That's awesome. And talk about your other you deckheads. Ghost is this
Ghost.
kind of new people coming in.
Well, Ghost, as was mentioned before, was the Thunder team.
Yeah. Oh,
And
that's
And
right.
they mainly stayed together, and then I guess they had a spot.
Okay.
And I said I would go play with them, and because they needed a defenseman
Sure.
and somebody that could, you know, had a good shot. So
Yeah.
I figured, well, it's not Anarchy in 5 anymore, but it's some, you know, it's a chance to stay in 5, which is what they kept me ranked as. So I said, why not? Something different.
Sure.
And then 6, I got roped into 6 by Nick because he said that the Deckheads team needed a sniper. So I'm like, whatever.
He went to the right place, man. You know.
Whatever. So
like-
I said, fine, I'll do it.
It's like if I need a pizza, I'm going to Happy Joe's, man. You need a sniper? There's your guy.
Well, and that all started because I went in to pick up a couple things I ordered.
Oh. Yeah,
And-
they'll get you. They're like car salesmen.
And I went and I was picking them up, and I got to go in the back part. And Nick was back there because he was wearing my hoodie.
Yeah.
And he said, I was trying to make sure it was fitting for me, so that if it fits you, it fit. You know, if it fits me, it fits you, basically.
Right, right.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. And he's like, do you want to play D6? And I'm like, I can do it if it fits my finances.
Sure.
You know,
Of course.
I don't want to go broke playing this game as much as I love it.
They're too late for me.
Well, and he said, because he goes, there's a D6 team that needs a sniper. I said, if I can fit it in, I'll do it. Well,
Yeah.
I've worked something out with Patty, and now I'm doing it.
Sure. Okay. What do you think of the addition of D6 overall? You think it's a good idea, man, or you think it was due coming, or?
I wasn't sure how I felt about
Yeah.
it at first. I mean, because, you know, you add a 6, and it's like, well, you know, now 5's no longer your lowest anymore.
Sure.
Now it kind of feels like 5 is 5 plus, and 5 plus is kind of like 5 plus plus kind of.
Yeah, no, I feel that way too.
And
Yeah.
it's-
Too many.
You know, and I don't know, and somebody brought this up. Why didn't they just go back to what they did years ago when they had 2D2s? When you had
Yeah, I
D2
do
East
remember
and
that.
D2
Yeah,
West?
right,
Why
right.
didn't they just do that with
Yeah.
D5? Like, I get that you had what 20 some teams close to last year in that one division.
Yeah.
Why not break them up and just, you know, D5 East, D5 West?
Yeah,
and it's over with.
yeah, that's true.
Did you really need a D6?
They're gonna tell
Or
you
is
yes.
this, or is this Nick living under a rock again?
You want to take that one or no?
I mean, either way, it's an extra league, so it doesn't matter what
It's an
called.
extra league. I get some people like it.
Yeah.
Some people don't like it.
I was hoping, and then we'll take a look at the rosters just a minute. I was hoping to get more women involved to play co-ed because I still
And
feel
maybe-
like
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
them are still kind of
Well,
hesitant to play
And
with the
maybe
men.
that's part of the reason
Yeah.
they're deciding to do the D6
Right.
too. Is
I
'Cause
think a
there's-
lot of guys don't
Go ahead.
like the women to play.
I've heard that,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
those
see-
those ones are nuts. Go ahead.
now, see, me personally, I don't mind it
Yeah.
because it's co-ed for a reason,
Right.
and the women know the risk that they're running the same as the guys do.
Sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I've had people apologize to me when I used to play co-ed, and I'm like, don't apologize. It's
So-
hockey. Like,
She brings this up, so I'm going to mention this story because Dottie, I think you know Dottie.
Well, if you-
everybody knows that.
yeah.
She kind of blasted me through Facebook a few years ago
Oh.
because I was in an open deck game.
Mhm.
I was going for the ball and I injured this girl's arm. I didn't mean to injure the girl's arm.
Okay.
I was going for the ball trying to make a play.
Right.
Okay. Before I could apologize to the girl left. And so I never got to apologize. I apologized through Facebook, said, look, it was a hockey play. I'm not a dirty player. I never meant to do it, intentionally. I do hope she's okay, this and that, Well, she, of course, put a picture of me out, wrote this big, long paragraph, thought I did it on purpose, but, since then I've apologized.
Sure.
But, it was one of those, I swung the stick to try to hit the ball. I wasn't trying to hit her arm. It was just a matter of her arm was there.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, as long as I've known you, I've never seen you cross the line and play dirty. I don't. You don't.
I've gotten
you just-
suspended once.
Yeah.
And it was 4 games, and it was when I was with the Hawks, and it's because I took my stick and tomahawked the guy in the ankle with it.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
That'll do
All right.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was because I was frustrated about things that weren't dealing with deck, and I decided
Yeah.
I forgot you can't take your personal and put it on the deck.
But that's yeah. Oh, I know, and it's tough. That's a great thing about deck though, is that like to me it's a big family. Like when you're going through stuff, we're all going through stuff down there. There's people on Facebook, talking about stuff in their lives they're having issues with. To
I
me,
was-
down there, that's a great place to do. You can bounce, things
I
off
was having a
people.
lot of problems
Yeah.
when I was playing with the Hawks, and dude, it was to the point I was getting really angry,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't a fun person to be around.
Yeah.
But I'm the first person to admit that to anybody.
Sure.
But I went and I got help,
Yeah.
and now I'm probably one of the best people you'll want to be around up there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
yeah. I mean, good. Yeah, good for you. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what we're here for,
Now
man. We're always
now
here.
I'm not afraid to say, you know what? Hi, how you doing? Let's have a beer. Let's talk. Let's watch some games. Let's BS about the whatever we're watching here. Whatever. And I'll stay up there for as long as you want.
Perfect.
So I
Yeah.
only live 5 minutes from the deck. I have nothing else to do.
Yeah. God, sounds like my life. Yeah. Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, just know we're always here for you. And everybody down there is,
And
man.
I
They
know
love
that
you.
you and I talked about me being on here last year.
Yeah,
Because I remember in a warm up, I said, "Hey, you should have me on."
right. Yeah, for whatever reason, just didn't. Yeah, I can't remember why. Probably my laziness. But yeah, I'm glad to finally get you. Before we dive into D6 today, that's the division we're going to go over, Rocket. The bear crawl.
Yeah.
Pretty revolutionary.
I remember that everybody loved it.
Yeah.
I've retired it because of my knees.
Okay.
Aw, man.
Okay.
My knees got to be too bad with the sliding, and my kneecap literally slid to the other end of my leg,
Ooh,
to the point that I actually had to go to ORA to get it put back.
Oh,
it's not
And when
supposed
I
to
hurt
be
my
bad.
leg the last time,
yeah.
and was in that support thing,
Mm-hmm.
I said, that was it. I'm no more bear crawl. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And I said, because I can't risk the plate keep doing this. Plus, they told me, I'm to a point that the tissue that's in your leg
Mm-hmm.
is coming out.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's just basically bone to bone.
Okay.
I'm not risking that
You're
anymore.
getting arthritis already.
So, and I'm only going to be 34. But
I shouldn't laugh. My knees crack.
But see, here's the thing, that's one of the general things in my family
Okay.
where we get it early.
Sure.
So,
Okay. Is that something you learned on your own, though, just by playing? or-
yeah,
Okay.
kind of by watching the pro guys.
Oh, like, okay.
So I've basically taken some of the pro defensive moves and then I
Alright.
used creative stuff
Right.
and, reimagine and then
Okay.
just put my own spin to it.
Okay.
So like they'll drop to one knee, or they'll take one knee and go this way. So I would say, okay, why can't you do two?
Yeah.
Because if you do two and slide, it cuts the angle. They have to then either go around you or make a pass.
Right.
And you know how effective it was when I was doing it?
Very
I
effective,
still
yeah.
watch the videos
Yeah.
of when I was doing it because everybody was like, you should bring it back. You should bring it back.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
but-
wondering. I didn't know if it was something that worked at that time and then you just got away from it
I know-
because
well,
people saw it
I
coming.
know that it helped the Wolves get to the championship.
Sure.
And I don't
Yeah.
think that they would have, if not for the bear crawl, as much as Colton Nelson hated it.
Yeah, Cole's a hater.
Because he'd always say, Rocket, no bear crawl today.
Aw.
But I think it's with a big component. I know Zach Hurt really loved it. Every
yeah.
time that I saw Zach
Squatch,
Hurt,
yeah.
he would go, Rocket, you going to do the bear crawl? And then he would say, forget the haters and all this other stuff. And-
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, and I know that it helped the goalie a lot.
Sure. Yeah. So basically,
And I tried attempting to bring it back last year, just desperation for
Yeah.
because I was tired and I was like, I don't mind, I'm sick of running. Let's see if I can just do the bear crawl once to
Amen,
make
man.
a save and get it out of here.
right. Yeah.
I fell to the deck, almost couldn't get up.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, we're done. I was like, I said, that's it. It's retired officially. I'm done.
But the main idea of it is basically just to take all that space away.
Yes.
Yeah, essentially. Okay.
Take the space
Yeah.
without taking a penalty. You got to
Yeah.
make sure that you're able to do it
Right.
and able to go through the person's leg
Right.
to steal the ball and go back through again without taking a tripping penalty or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And,
Yeah.
I did such a good job of perfecting it without getting called for anything. So
Right.
which amazed a lot of people. They're like, "How's this guy not getting tripping penalties?"
Yeah, well, that would be my main worry, sure. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if have guys like other fellow defensemen approached you about that? Like
Nick did.
even like yeah,
Nick
Nick or,
did.
I was going to say like Darren McMillan.
Nick did because they tried doing
Or Perry.
They were putting their own spin on it in a D1 game, and then they started using it kind of in their own ways
Okay.
in the tournament.
Right. I was seriously wondering that. Yeah, or if they had their own different spin because the speed of the game's a little
You'd see
faster.
Nick drop, and then you'd see him slide to the one side, and I'm like, he's doing his variation of the bear crawl, basically.
Yeah, he owes you money then. You're playing D6
It
for
was
free.
to a point he was having me film how I do the bear crawl
Yeah.
so that he could tell people in the pros in Canada, this guy does this. Let's adapt it and use it in the pros.
Shit. Man, yeah, you tell him he owes you money. You're gonna do videos for him. He's gonna pay you. That's how this is gonna work. Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. That's
If I'm giving them hockey tips and they're the pros, I want to get paid for playing. For them.
that's true. That's a valid point. Oh shoot! I guess we'll dive into D6 if you're ready, man.
Yeah.
Looks like there's 16 as they're embarking on the inaugural year.
You're old.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nightmare on Deck Street, Josh Beck is be captain of the ship. Jacob Daniels, Mike Holderfield's back. Tucker Hansen.
Mike Holderfield Jr.
Oh
Like
shit.
The
Junior.
kid.
Do you want to read these off?
No, I was just
No,
pointing.
no, I know. I'm just Andrew Milliker, Jonathan Abakar, Compton Barker, Josh Beck in goal, Matt McIntosh, Alan Fido, and Adam Trone.
Now,
Yeah.
Jonathan and Alan I've played with.
Okay.
They were on Pit Bulls
Oh.
with me when I did that team in 2020 for the tournament.
Okay.
Alan's still learning the game, but he's one that's very tough with criticism.
Oh, is he? Okay. Okay.
But he's willing to listen to anything, but he'll take it to heart too.
Oh, okay. I like Andy Melker on that team. That
And
might.
Jonathan, while I've played with him, he also I think he played for Peacocks too.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
And
Yep.
he's actually one of the Peacocks I don't mind.
Yeah, yeah, no, John's a great guy. Yeah, yeah, he played with us Devils a little bit last year. That's going to be a solid team, I think. Nightmare on Deck Street as a whole, I think, is going to be the one to watch to rise. It seems like I think they're starting to get a core there.
Yeah, they're starting to, like Anarchy,
Yeah.
they're starting to multiply teams.
Right. Yeah. I think they're going to be real scary coming up here. So, net sticks and chill. I like that.
I'm writing
That's
this
a fun
down
name.
Yeah.
for the schedule, which is now finalized.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? They really just took the Netflix and chill thing and flipped it?
Yeah, it sure did. Kayla Maynard will be the captain of this ship. Chris Huber, Jasmine Young.
Lose Upegui?
Absolutely. Eric Adamick, Louis Allers, Tom Schlew, Kevin Maynard, Taylor Thornton. So she is going to be in the co-ed. Okay. Kayla Maynard and Louis Hours.
This is
Louis
some
Allers.
good
And
looks like-
photos.
I'm
And
sorry.
Now, Louis played
Yeah.
with us on Goon Squad. He was one of the guys I recruited
Okay.
for Goon Squad.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it shows, yeah, Caitlin Eath in goal. Yeah.
That's Taste the Rainbow with a couple of guys thrown in.
Yeah, basically, essentially, yeah. I'm glad we talked about in our women's one that we sent deleted about saying how Taylor Thornton's going to be a rising star.
Yep.
And I'll say that again when we retape the ladies thing again. But we had technical issues. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
So
think.
I'll ask her,
Yeah.
do you like the idea that they're starting to put the men's games with the women's now? I've seen on the schedule there's like 2 men's games on ladies' night.
No, not really. Because sometimes they'll throw a men's game in at 7 and then a women's game in at 9. And when the women could have had the 7 o'clock spot, gotten home, fed our families, and put our kids to bed. Instead, the guys got that spot and we're stuck with the 9 o'clock. That's my beef, but that's it.
I wasn't sure. That's why I was asking from a lady's point of view how you felt,
Yeah.
because I know that
If they gave them like the last 2 games of the night, like sure, go for it. Yeah, but I like playing like 7 or 8, not 9.
right.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. The Yetis, of course, your friends. Captained by Evan Peterson, Nate Gerbmanson, Britton Kunzler. Yeah, go ahead and read them all. Thank you for offering.
Basically says you're fired.
Yeah, the long time
Nate
coming. man.
Germanson,
Uh-huh.
Britton Kunzler, Greg Hansen, Jackie Reuter,
In goal.
in goal, okay. Greg Gayhard, again, that was discussed the other night. Jordan Esco, Ryan Hankins, Matt Bowie, Evan Peterson, and Cameron Shoup.
Should be fun to play against Esco. I've won a cup with him.
Yeah,
So, I mean, and he's a good guy.
he is a good guy.
I don't have any problems with the Escos, either of them. So,
It's funny, some people do. And some
I
people
know,
don't.
and I don't get it. Like, some people are like, oh, I can't stand the Escos. I don't have issues with them.
Never had an issue with either of them.
I like them both. I've played with them both. And I don't mind sitting there and watching games with them. So,
This might be a division for that Cameron Shoup to really shine with his athletic ability.
Is that the one you said was a little kid?
Yeah. And the word on the street is that Hankins has really been looking good on the old Buffalo. So that's, in Yeti's fashion, going to be a solid squad. Pickles.
What? Pickles are in D6.
yeah.
Mitch
they're decent
Dietrich, of course, will be captaining it. And I'm going to hand this off. Thank you.
Mitchy Mouse, Mitch Dietrich.
Oh, you're getting funny on this.
I love his jersey, Mitchy Mouse.
He does it.
Landretti, like
Uh-huh.
Scott Marchetti, Tom Morrison, Matthew Westfield, Dylan Hart, Trenton Fuller, Sean Swanson, and Brandon Bowman. Brian Koopman in goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Okay. What do you think of that? I really don't. I mean, I know Mitch a little bit.
I know Mitch, but
Yeah.
that's like really the only one. I know.
Matt Westfield a little bit. I think when I saw Mitch down at Buffalo a couple times, he mentioned like they were getting more because of their success last year and people having fun, then they told those people. And now
Yeah.
Mitch is you had to essentially make
Well,
make
I know
this
that
team.
I know that the Pickles team's expanded too. I know that they're
Yeah.
in some other divisions.
Yeah.
Huh.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they really rose up last year.
They did. And then
I
they,
think I got to play them in one other division other than 6 too.
Oh,
So-
okay, okay, yeah. And they had fun doing it though. It was fun to watch the progression throughout the year where they were damn good at the end. So, we'll save you for last. Bardowski's, they have sent themselves to D6, and I'll be handing it off to my co-host.
Riley Rice, Jonas Hauger, Brandon Griffin, Trevor Thurlow, Jack Wright, Ryan Brophy, Alex Dearborn, Tyler Timmerman, Andrew Crocker, and Colby Shaft in goal. How?
Well,
I'm not sure how Colby's in there,
he's-
but he's
nice.
the only. But he's the only one I know.
yeah, I know.
Colby's way too good for 6.
Colby I played with when I was in the tournament, and he was with Pittsburgh United.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And we went
Right.
we went to the semifinal, and we lost the semifinal game.
Yeah.
It was the only game we lost. We went 4-1. Had we won that, we would have made the championship game.
Huh. Wow. So you still keep in touch with a lot of the Pittsburgh people?
I still talk
yeah.
to Chris Sinclair. And
Do you?
And
Okay.
I've told him that if he ever needs a guy, let me know because I'll play for my hometown again in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. It's no brainer, right? Yeah.
And when he asked me to do that, it was a no-brainer then too. Get the chance to wear my home colors. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no brainer. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
How is Colby a goalie in 6?
Well, he's rated 5+. And,
And it was cool to see Steeltown come in last year.
yeah, it was. Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
They've actually had to amend their name a little bit. Now they're the River Raiders.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, back to this team. I do remember Trevor Thurlow a little bit. He was a rising star, and Ryan Brophy's pretty decent. But yeah, I mean they'll have a team. Yeah, especially if Colby's going to be going D6 for
But they
sure.
still don't get out. I mean,
Yeah.
he's too good for that, I think.
Yeah, we don't do the rankings. So. but whoop-de-doo. In your team, are you going to captain this team?
I have a feeling I'm gonna get roped into it.
Okay, that's good though to have a veteran to show some of these guys that maybe never
I have a feeling
played.
because it's the Levex that are managing this, and they
Ah.
asked me to play. I'm
Right.
gonna get roped into being the captain of it because I'm pretty much probably the only guy that isn't does somewhat have experience, I should say, I guess.
Yeah,
'Cause all
sure.
the other ones are probably newer, right?
Well, let's find out. Trenton Walden, Aiden Burkhart, Avery Haas, Dakota Heath, Dylan Fifkin, Cooper Carroll, I do recognize that name, Justin Holst, Daniel Madden, and Landon Asta in goal for you.
I know
It's gotta be
and I know
newbies.
Patty just started the team chat for that team yesterday.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, he wants to go light blue, and I'm like, why light blue?
Because everybody else is light blue, that's why. I said, you know how that goes.
I'm like, well, at least you didn't pick black.
True. You don't want to bake on the heat.
At least I don't have to worry about when we get to July and it's, 80 degrees,
Yeah.
baking like a freaking chicken.
Yeah, right? Exactly. No kidding. Yeah.
That's why when QC Flyers was around last year, they had the long sleeve jersey, and it was
Oh,
black, and I'm like, oh
right.
my God, what are you doing to me, Mike?
Exactly.
I know I was just subbing for you, but oh my God.
Man.
And then Anarchy had them green ones.
That's right. Yeah. You know what though? Yeah, I hope you get to captain this team, man. All these maybe fairly new players, you'll be able to coach them, or to be in position and stuff. And by late in the year, I bet you'll be a force to be reckoned
I
with.
kind of asked Anarchy at the end of the year. I said, I know you and Woody and Johnny are going to basically run the thing, but I kind of want a leadership role too to help the younger kids that are coming in.
Yeah,
And
right.
I said, well, you'll kind of be like the other veteran guy we'll go to when we need advice for something. So,
Yeah.
because I've been around now for a while there.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, right. Yeah, you've earned it. I think. Yeah,
so
for
I
sure.
said, why not? And I said, I'll take what I can get right now.
I hear you. Well, that's all 6 teams in D6. That'll be interesting to see who wins the inaugural cup there for sure. There's uh, well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I like the
I don't know,
Yetis
but
there.
you can't sleep on Nightmare
I was gonna
That's
say,
because
Yeah.
Nightmare in every division is a lethal team every year.
I agree. I agree, and I think they're getting better and better. I think that core is,
Josh does such a good job with how he puts them together
yeah.
in every division. Where you can't sleep on any of them at all. I mean, and that's why every time I play them, I'm like, oh my gosh, we got them now.
Yeah.
I don't like playing Deck Street at all, ever. I like their logo and their
Yeah,
jersey. I just
sure.
don't like the team because they're so tough to play against.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You better bring a lunchbox. It's gonna be a work for work. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, I bet D6 will just grow and grow and grow like D5 and 5 plus have. It'd be my guess. So.
And then in about 3 years, we'll have a D7.
Yeah, exactly. I imagine we will. I imagine we will. I am glad to see here. I was hoping to see a few more women that would make the transition, but yeah, like that Taylor Thornton's going to be a star in there in that league for sure too. So, well, you got anything? You got big news. You're going to be subbing, right?
Sunday.
Pure Savage Women's, right?
Yes.
D3. You're
Yes.
back in the saddle
I'll be there,
again.
so
All right.
I'm excited.
I'm sure you guys probably know from doing the women's one, but Lady Anarchy's back.
We did, yeah. And ladies, yeah, we will get you. I know your season starts essentially a couple weeks after the men, so
Technically, we tried, and it was a fail.
we had
So we're
technical.
gonna
yeah.
re-film it and
Yeah.
share it.
We're very happy in the Anarchy family to have Lady Anarchy back.
Absolutely.
So, and as many of the Anarchy males that can are going to watch the Lady Anarchies.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
yeah. No, man, that's what I like to see. Like Pure Savage is doing it for your team. You know,
Are they?
well, that's your team
I'm going to try to
name.
catch as
Yeah.
many of
Yeah.
them as
Oh,
possible.
yeah.
And even Bolander's like, I don't care if it's for Lady Anarchy, I still want the jersey.
Yeah.
I said, so do I, because it's still Anarchy.
Exactly, right? Yeah. No, I love seeing stuff like that.
Bolander
Yeah.
tried to do an Anarchy 6, but it fell through because not enough commitment.
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah.
like the idea that you guys are gonna go and support the women's team because it seems like not really anybody watches the women's games. And it's kind of weird. Like the men, you guys get all these big crowds, and then there's us. So I like that, and I think that's gonna
But yeah,
hurt the other teams.
And I
because-
believe Woody's still gonna run or do his junior Anarchy as well, for like he does, because
That's not fair, man. He is like the pipeline to all these kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
but he didn't bring them in last year for the
Right.
tournament.
Right.
I think he said he missed the cutoff or something.
Oh,
It makes me sad that Alexis played for him that one season and then stopped playing.
yeah.
Where I think if she had kept playing for him, he could have.
But it wasn't his fault. Like
No, I
she
know.
she
Yeah.
loved Coach Woody.
Yeah, he was good with her, but I'm just sad
Yeah.
that she quit because he could have made her like the next Haley. I don't know.
I will start with Anarchy a week from today at 8:00. So
A week from today. Okay.
today?
Wednesday. So
Wednesday.
next Wednesday the show begins.
I start with Ghost
Mhm.
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
but
All right.
with Anarchy I begin Wednesday.
Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, we're almost there.
I just found that out as I was coming up here.
Oh, I
Good
got you.
timing.
I got the
Yeah.
message from Woody
All right.
on that that's when we start. So I'm like, all right. Even though our jerseys are backlogged in China.
I think
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
off.
It sounds like quite a few are. Yeah, we're gonna have to send Heilman on
So
the
I'm
boat.
like, well, I'm glad I've got last year's I can wear for now.
Yeah, at least you're good. Yeah, at least you're good for sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming over. Do you got anything for him?
Is that Perry on your hat?
It's-
Perry the platypus?
Radar.
Who's
Sheesh.
radar?
The radar eyes from the storm.
Oh, sorry, Dom.
We're mad at the storm, personally. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you. Yeah, me and you were very mad at the storm.
Okay, we're mad at the storm.
Yeah.
Oh. It looked like Perry the platypus, the eyes did, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's radar eyes.
Okay.
I see you go in the games with Dante's. Dante's bad news, man. Stay away from Dante. I used to work over there. He gave me a hard time.
Dante gives everybody a hard
Yeah,
time,
for sure.
including the Peoria guy.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, yeah.
He gives me a hard time.
I believe it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Well,
just kind of glad I don't got to deal with him at deck.
true. Yeah, let's try to Yeah, he tell him he's not allowed within that jurisdiction. Yeah, although I have seen him a couple times over there just wandering around. I think. But,
He's not the worst that I've had to deal with.
no,
up
I just
there.
give him shit. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I mean, I've had other people I've had to deal with up there that was like, yeah, I'm gonna go the other way.
yeah. That's fantastic. Well, man, much success to you this year. Your YouTube thing, man, keep that going. Sharing all that. That's awesome. I love seeing stuff like
It
that.
was very hard to not tell people, by the way.
I know.
Only thing I put on Facebook was stay tuned for something
I
special.
did. I'm looking forward to this. I've been waiting for this for a long, long time. This is a culmination of all my hard work and sweat and tears. Where people, like my parents, said I would never make it. Today I made it. Because here I am.
You know how much it means for Rocket to team up with this guy. I mean,
Yeah. This is yeah.
and for once, it's off the deck.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, yeah. Well, man, I love your passion for the sport. I love your game. Yeah. Thank you for everything. Let's get you in the All-Star game and get that baby humming over 100, man, on that gun, and it'd be awesome. So
Maybe this will help your component from what you were saying last night.
Yeah.
We need to put a tournament in Glencoe
yes,
since we don't have one in Waterloo,
amen, brother.
and that is
Yeah.
from Rocket.
So it's a done deal. You get it done. I know you guys are watching. Maybe. Doubt it.
They might not have
be.
Rockets on.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, this will be the one they watch. That's for sure. Yeah, we'll make them.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Well, we still got a few divisions left yet. D3, 4+, 5+, and the ladies division yet to get through this week. But we are more than on our way.
Yes.
But man, I don't know how we top this, but we'll keep going, I guess. So.
It's been a busy week, and it's gonna keep being a busy week.
Oh yeah, then it'll get busier next week.
Yeah, I'll never see you again.
Schedules are final.
Yeah,
They are
they're
final.
finalized now.
Yeah.
I saw that on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for coming over. We'll see you tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Thank you. Bye.
I